Hi, welcome back to our one shot adventures brought to you by the lovely folks at rpgsidebar.com and our Twitch channel, twitch.tv backslash sparkles underscore Mandy. Um, we have another great one shot for you here this week, guys. We are finishing up, well, it's probably going to be the second of three sessions for this particular one shot. Misty Fortunes and Absent Hearts is the Adventurers League title for this set of one shots. We have the same group of people from last time, and we have one new player this week. So we're going to get into introductions here in just a moment. I am Get Off McLeod. I am your dungeon master for the evening, and I look forward to all the fun we're having. And if you find this entertaining, please head over to the Sparkles Mandy's Twitch channel. Should be in the show notes below. If you want to come check us out for our live plays. All right, let's get the team in here and get started. Hello. How we all doing? Awesome. You ready for another resounding entertainment action-packed week of one-shots in D&D? Try to contain the excitement. Alrighty, so we're going to do some quick introductions here. Starting off with our returning players. We're going to go with Mac. You can go first today. And Andrew. Like to point out that is Andrew Saint, not Saint Andrew. He is not a saint. He is a very colorful person. Das Peaches. And lastly, our last returning player from last week is Kovu. Wonderful. So we have Mac playing his character, who is a level 2 fighter, I believe. Yes. And Andrew is playing his level 1 cleric, Monsieur. Peaches is playing her barbarian, also level 1, if I'm not mistaken, madam. And Kovu is a level 1 wizard. We don't know what kind yet, but I know what kind, but you don't. And then our new joining player is you might have caught him on some of our Tuesday streams, and our now finished Monday Chult campaign. He was playing our patriotic bird, Oath of Freedom paladin, Abe, but he is joining us today. And who are you? Introduce yourself, please, Jazzy, and just the name and class of what you're playing. Let's see. End your stream TV, Jazzy. I'm going to call you Jazzy. You're lucky I'm going, J. But I already have two J's, so no. Awesome. Well, let's get into it. Now, for an inspiration, who would like to give me a recap of what happened last week? Andrew, you were tortured yesterday, so you are dismissed. One of the three you choose, or I'm going to pick for you. There we go. Oh, that's. I thought I had a brave soul. I do remember. All right. I've never had to force inspiration on anybody, but I guess there's a first time for everything. No, no, ma'am. No, you did not die. You did not die. And the fire methods. Oh no, they weren't methods. They were not methods. They were sturges. Fire sturges. Fire methods would have eviscerated you horribly. That many with this group, you're not ready for 6 or 7 fire methods. Oh, you're a barbarian. She likes it. Well, not elemental damage, but like with the weapons, she's a fan. Um, Perfect. Okay, you have your inspiration, ma'am. Thank you so much for the recap. So, as you mentioned, you had embarked up to the hills to go and retrieve, or to go find a young boy, a gur boy. These are wandering gypsy-like humans that move from place to place. Basically gypsies, basically, um, and they're a 3E race, so that's something that 5E's really brought into the forefront yet, or probably ever. But they don't really have a homeland. They more are travelers and vagabonds that kind of sell wares, do some odd jobs here and there to make enough money to move on to their next location, wherever that may be. So they happen to go to the Crossing Inn, which is the tavern you were at. And all was well and good until a series of unfortunate events happened, much like the books about Lemony Snicket. Um, or if you are a fan, the Neil Patrick Harris TV show on Netflix. Um, you heard about a young boy named Hersu, or Hrisu, excuse me, Hrisu, who had stole a wand of fire bolts from a wizard. I believe her name was Aya, and you were asked to not kill him, which is very not D&D. Usually it's murder and then bring the stuff back, and but I mean it's a child, so maybe it's different because it's a kid. I don't know, ageists. Um, but you did manage to complete the mission, and then this is where we're going to pick up today. So allow me to, let's see, we'll do. So after did y'all want a long rest or a short rest? Okay, you don't want a long rest. Mm-mm. Just not the George you're looking for. Rage. Yep. Yep. Rage requires a long rest. No. You get no rages for short rests. Hmm. Mac, how many barbs have you played, sir? That's fair. You've had you've had very nice DMs. I'm sure I've made you rage at least twice per combat. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yes, Matt. Mhm. So, yes, we Peaches did mention that we did have a arborary incident. Um, our doe-eyed, sandy-haired fighter, who is the worst morning person in the world, fell out of a tree. I'm excited for this character. I'm gonna corrupt the fuck out of him. So you guys take a short rest. You may roll a hit dice if you'd like to. And while you do that, I'm going to narrate. The road back to the crossing inn is colder now. The mist thicker, curling between the skeletal trees like pale, searching fingers. The boy, Harisu, stumbles along beside you, clutching his patched cloak tight against the wind. His eyes are bleary and he's still exhausted from his hours of fighting against the fire sturges the day before, or the couple hours before. He says little, only glances at the broken wand fragments still tucked away in Monsour's pack. He can't see them, but he knows you put them in there. His lips trembling with words left unsaid. Were you going to say something, Andrew? Oh, why? Oh. As the inn's lantern glow pierces the fog ahead, the familiar octagonal building feels less like a refuge and more like a stage waiting for judgment. Inside, the common room is buzzing. The moment the door creaks open, the crowd turns on you. Faces drawn thin by hunger and fear fix on Hrisu with a single expression. Suspicion, sharpened by rage. Murmurs ripple into shouts. There's the thief! Cursed boy! He'll burn with us! He'll burn us all with his devilry! Ramson Cal, the scarred innkeeper, raises a hand for quiet, but finds little authority amongst the mob. He is, after all, just a bartender. Aya, the wizard, the injured party in this whole endeavor, is seated near the fire with her familiar perched on her shoulder, a raven. Regards the scene with narrowed green eyes. She looks to you, not the crowd. Roll me an insight check, all of you, as you notice her stare. The wizard, Tazar, is looking outside at the building snow and doesn't notice. But, Mansour, you do see something in her gaze. As she looks at you, it seems to be weighing how you'll answer for bringing the boy back alive. As the crowd begins to murmur in slightly building volume. You see Harisu looking at each of you. You defend him? He stole from us. He cursed us with fire. You saw the skies blaze. He'll bring the... No, I didn't steal a wand. It was a piece of bread. I was hungry. Oh, bring the mist down on us all. Roll me a persuasion check, please, Andrew, and you may add a +5 for your words used. As the persuasion? +5. Oh, yes, hit +5. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. With a 23. The crowd seems to side-eye each other, and the murmuring start to die down to an inaudible level as they look around at each of them. And gathering a bit more impetus in his tone, Ramson speaks up. Enough! You've all lost livestock to the wolves, coin to the thieves, and worse to the dark. But this boy, he's just a frightened lad. Just what the good cleric says. I'll not see him torn apart in my hall. From behind you, you feel a tug on your cloak, Monsar, And it's Aya, her green eyes looking up at you approvingly. You see, these folks are too quick to hate what they don't understand. The boy needs guidance, not a noose. The broken wand is dangerous, yes, but the greater danger is ignorance. If you throw him to the wolves, you'll never learn why he took it in the first place. Thank you for exercising deference. I'm glad to see that my wishes were respected. Now, come. Have a seat at my table. I'll see that you're given a drink. Take a break. And she looks to Hrisu. Are you willing to go back to your people now? Well, if I'm not needed, yes, I would like to go see my mom and tell her that I wasn't able to find the dragon. This look of confusion covers Aya's face. Dragon? What dragon? Do any of you remember anything about the dragon? False hope, requiring a protection. I didn't want to hurt anyone. I just did what Mother told me. I thought it would keep us safe. I'm sorry I broke your wand. I didn't mean to. I was just running and trying to, and I fell on the wand and it snapped. I'll, I'll make it. I'll work it off. I'll find a way to repay you, ma'am. I'm sorry for stealing. Aya looks at the four of you. Well, what do you think? Um, and just she's listening to you, a smile's growing on her face, and she says, "I miss that enthusiasm from my younger years. I'm so very glad you were able to help him. Good on you all. I shall see to your reward. Thank you so much. And yes, Risu, you may go. Come see me tomorrow. We'll talk about something of adequate payment. Make sure you tell your mother that there is no dragon. I'm sure she'll find it very interesting, and maybe I can pay a visit and you can tell me of the story of this dragon." Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, roll me an insight check. What are you inciting? Okay. All right, so that's a dirty 20. I will give you two insights for a dirty 20. One, you know she is not lying. She doesn't know anything about a dragon. Two, Hrisu really believes there is a dragon. And you can put together that with, because dwarves are a semi-oral tradition people as well. Um, you exactly. So the young who believe such things are usually have their beliefs given to them and taught to them by the elders. So the people must also believe what he believes for him to believe it so. So neither one of them is lying. That's a lot of believing. He turns around and kind of gives you a side hug, Monster. Thank you for walking back with me to town and for taking that awful wand away from me. I won't steal magic weapons or anything ever again. I don't know what I'd have done if you guys wouldn't have shown up. I, I hope the gods watch over you. He gives a smile and he runs out of the tavern. and she says the broken. May I see the broken wand? And her face kind of falls a bit. That's broken, all right. Oh, it's time. It's time for a new one anyway. Exactly. So you have a stick with no wand or no magic. But I mean, to be fair, it'd probably be safer that way. If you've seen the second Harry Potter, a broken wand is scary. She takes the magic wand and she opens up a bag and she sticks the bag's this big, but the wand's this long, and she kind of puts the whole bag or whole wand in the bag. We'll just put that away for later, and if it's repairable, I'll see what I can do. But otherwise, it'll be disposed of properly, and I must put away the other ones. Now, I believe I promised you a drink and some payment. Mm-hmm. Well, if it was whole and in working order, 10 times a day. But 10, I believe that might have been one of two things. The second actually being it just didn't cast fireball and merely a portion of the magical effect took place, which is the better of the two. I'm very grateful that Mister was watching over that mistake. You know, they say ignorance protects the young and the stupid. As am I. As am I. And she starts to hand out a bag of gold. Um, each of you get 20 gold to add to your inventories. So if you go to your inventory page and unlock your character sheet and you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see your gold. Take the number there, add 20, and type in that number. And then to unlock your page is the little padlock button at the very top right of the page. There you go. You would you have 15, so you put 35 in there. There you go. Well, they took away THACO. I have to give math somewhere. And were any of your own resources used on this errand I asked you to go on for me? You want wax for metal shields? I I think that I think that is the most resourceful use of adventure time I've ever heard in my life. You went sledding towards monsters. I and she you can roll an insight check. And then Mac, if you are lying, roll me a deception check. If you're telling the truth, roll me a persuasion check. And then I want you to oh, hold on one second. Um I want them private, so I'm if you have yeah, put it in the dice tower, both of you. Bottom right hand side of the page. Yes. It's a persuasion is on your skills tab. Or if you're lying, then deception. You don't know. You only you would know if you've had a drink. Bernice, he is obviously lying. Or no, no, he's obviously telling the truth. Excuse me. Obviously telling the truth. So you know he's had at least one beverage in his life. It's, it was real. It was really just a half glass of Petit Vin. It's watered down wine. It's what they give children. So as you guys are having your drinks and you've been paid, the uproar in the crossing inn fades at last. Romson's voice cuts through the noise, sending most of the patrons back to their seats with muttered curses and dark glares. The door to the inn creaks open against the wind, and a new traveler steps in, cloaked in frost and road dust. They seem to scan the room, their eyes lingering on you, before moving with quiet purpose towards your table. Romson raises a hand in greeting. Another soul braving the fog. Hells, you're just in time. These folk, and he nods towards you, have work aplenty ahead of them. You look like an adventurer. Have a seat. I'll see that you're served post haste. And Jazzy, will you please describe your character? It's to be fair, it's a it's an ale, so it tastes like it's a good Sierra Nevada. It's a light IPA kind of a taste to it. It's bitter. um, Zika's it's a tankard, so it's a 20-ounce cup glass. Roll me a Constitution check, please, or Constitution saving throw, saving throw. Main tab, right side. That doesn't matter. As I said, doesn't matter. It's a nat 20. Um, yeah, you're feeling fine. Not even like not even like the tingly cheeks or anything. You're good. Alcohol seems to agree with you fairly well. I feel something, a little twitter on my fingertips. I think it's affecting me. Obviously, some of you don't have the extended edition of Lord of the Rings. Mhm. It comes in pints. um, as you are making introductions and small talk, Aya dismisses herself and something she has to attend to, and she'll be back in a few moments. But Romson comes over and, well, since you're bound for trouble anyway, maybe you'll want to take this one with you. Strength in numbers, eh? And if I'm not mistaken, there's still 3 paths that lie ahead, each as dangerous as the last. You have the stolen gems in the swamp, stolen blades in the fortress, and a cursed boy wandering the woods. Choose where you head first, and I'll pray the gods guide your steps. Y'all remember the 3 things I asked about, right? I mean, it's not like I could just tell you right now, but you remember, don't you? Well, there's a a girl, woman, she traded away a chest of gems owned by Agre, the merchant, as an elf. Right over there, actually. And he points to this tall, um, braggadocio-looking elf, very elite dressed, very fancy. Uh, Chin held up quite high, kind of one of those. Definitely a high elf. Um, the girl woman, Realnin, no, sorry, Relinen, that's a hard word name to say. Relinen was seen heading into the Glumpen swamp last we heard. Um, be careful. Said that the ground in the Glumpen swamp devours men. But I think you're okay, miss. And then the swords, that was Keckham. He's when he carried off the malicious weapons and vanished towards the ruins of Zul'Jarak. Place over one with orcs, if I'm not mistaken. I don't personally go that way myself. Tavern taking all my time and not having any time for adventures. I leave that to those who are equipped more like yourselves than I. But gods know what bargain was struck there for them to just take off with the swords. That one, I believe you talked to my assistant here at the tavern. She's the one that was keeping track of the weaponry. And then the last one, there was Oscar. He's also affectionate known as Papa. He's the eldest. He cursed my cook's boy. Some folks say that they saw him fleeing into the quivering forest where witches and worse play at power. So there's your three paths there. The choice is yours. They all 3 need to be done. If I mean, there's payment, of course, for each one, but we would really appreciate you seeing these to their end, and maybe even clearing the name of the folks that have accused the Gur of doing these foul misdeeds. I mean, if it's anything like Risu, they're probably blamed for something they didn't actually do. Okay, and I mean, he's going to take the cups and empty cups back to the bar and grab pitchers and come back and fill them all up here in a minute. What? Yes. Oh, hello, Tavax. You can't wish for more wishes. I told you it wouldn't work. Yeah. Okay. So you, well, that's important. That's a good promise. I like gems. Oh, would you? That's an awfully. That's a very nice, friendly gift. Okay. Good. Now we know Tavax speaks Pig Latin. It's also a Scottish martial arts. It's mostly headbutting and a lot of kicking when you're down. The one, the merchant person. Oh, so the late is it's a girl woman that stole the gems. The merchant is a high elf man. One second, Zinkus, you have inspiration because that was good. That's absolutely right. Elves would high elves would not like to talk to anybody who's not a high elf. Jazzy, take inspiration. The room says fuck you. So 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 among the noise of the crossing in, a tall, well-dressed elf stands apart, his posture rigid, his voice carrying above the din, his fine cloak, his travel stained but expensive, trimmed with silvery thread in this filigree design around the inside 2 or 3 inches of the rim of the cape itself. He taps a ledger case against his hip in irritation, his eyes scanning the room for someone who might finally listen. When he sees Tavax come over, he inclines his head curtly, and as you say, point to the drinks, he just, come here. Quickly now. Now, am I under the impression that you are here for the delicate matter that I needed handling? At last, someone competent enough to hear me out. My name is Agre. I'm a merchant in these parts. I travel from here, between here and the village of, or the city of Flan. I have been, well, robbed. A girl woman, Relinen, took a chest of my gems. Gems of rare quality, meant for jewelers in Hillsfar, worth a small fortune. Gone in an instant. I would say not. She was. She got one over on me, and I'm quite embarrassed to admit it. Things such as her. Go ahead, roll me an insight check. You guys are rolling really good on insight checks today. Um, so he's not lying. She did trick him. He doesn't seem to be telling any falsehoods whatsoever. He doesn't look nervous. He looks a bit embarrassed and annoyed at the delay in his plans that has been foisted upon him by this event. She tricked me with false courtesy, drugged one of my guards, and slipped away into the fog. The stones are no trinkets, mind you. Moonstones and fire opals they were, each cut with the care of masters. Irreplaceable. I need those stones back. Yes, see, he speaks with the tone of the aristocracy, so he doesn't dip his voice for anyone. Did you hear about the stones? Yes. You're walking there? You got it. Okay? This quite, and he just takes the top finger of yours, and I'm showing you like you can see my camera, but he just takes the top finger, and just shakes it quite. And as you talk, Bernice, this for just a split second, what is your passive perception? Should be on your main tab under PERC. Okay, you would notice Mansoor and Tavax. What is your passive perceptions? You two would notice. This looked like a foul smell enters her nose for just a split second before his better upbringing washes it away. And he says, "Hello, Bernice. My name is Agre, and I am an elf merchant. And I would very much appreciate it if you and your friends would find my shiny rocks for me." That is very good, very good. I am great thankful that you and your dwarf friend and goblin, that sounds like a bad joke, a dwarf, a goblin, and a hobgoblin walk into a bar. Yes, I did. Moonstones, fire opals, and a couple of tiger eye barrel. Oh, what the fuck are they called? This is the DM fucking up, not him. Um, the yellow stones, the gems, yellow gem. No, more precious than that. Um, Let me see here. This is gonna bother me, so I'm. No, no, no. I got it. I got it. I got it. Topaz. Mm-hmm. He looks at you, Zinkus goes, "Barrel's a cut." And I'm talking about stones. I don't assume you don't know anything about stones, dwarf. It is, in fact, what you people are known for. Now, go ahead. Bathing in what else? He looks at your wizard and the half elf. Yes, I can see that. Well, the I register your distaste, but we shall move along amicably, shan't we? I mean, I can be the bigger man here. Well, witnesses place her near the Glumpen Swamp with that gnome, Shirley Pinkett. A dealer in these parts known for fencing stolen goods if there ever was one. If the gems aren't already changing hands, they soon will be. If you recover what is mine, I will see that you're compensated handsomely. Bring me the chest intact, and I may even forgive the indignity of needing adventurers to solve my problem. That is not a you issue, that's a me issue. That is good. I meant no slight. He reaches down, takes your top two fingers again, and just, yes, quiet, thank you very much. Are you just playing Haywood or what? I did want to see what Haywood would be like as an NPC or as a player. No, none. Of course not. So, are we in agreement? Do we have an accord? Well, sir, roll me a history check with a +2 for expertise on stone cutting. Unless I gave you a stone cutting ability. I did give you a stone cutting skill. Awesome. So roll me one of those. Okay, so with a 13, you would gather that from what he described, if they are of a decent size, so basically the size of the end of your pinky or bigger, we're talking about 1,500 gold worth of stones. That's a him question, ma'am. Funnily enough, as Tazar says that, you look at his long ears, his elven countenance, but he speaks like an outsider talking about elves as if he was, instead of as if he was one. Would you would you say it's like a religious fervor? Beautiful. Andrew, please take inspiration for that. That's a good little piece of backstory. Tazar, please take an inspiration in his stead. Then I will keep that in mind for later, Mac. Thank you. Since everybody has one now, I can't give any. I can't give any more. You are full of inspiration. Mm, I agree. He kind of cocks an eyebrow at you. And do you say that in Elvish? Hmm. Well, boy, if you must know, I'm willing to. I sincerely doubt that, but I will acquiesce since you're going to be doing me a service. Young man, I will give each of you 50 gold in completion of returning of all my gems. Should one be missing, it will be taken out of your pay since I will have to cover the cost. Oh, here, I think you might be able to use one or two of these, and he hands you 2 potions of healing. Is a security of getting you and my things back. You may add 2 to your potions of healing in your inventory, sir. Mm-hmm. He returns it perfectly. Um, Thank you. That's the word. Thank you for your help. As you walk out there, the drinks were free. Okay. Thank you. Remove 2 gold from your inventory. Since you said a few gold, that's two. Two's a few. And as you walk out, you remember he said that it was at the Glumpen Swamp. So that would be to the southwest of town. You start making your way that way after taking 5 or 10 minutes to kind of figure out your bearings. And as you begin on your your journey, excuse me, um, we will be back for our next session in just a moment.